Let's proceed all together without separation. In this way, there is a blessing. Step back from the stepping back itself. Step back from the body, the mind, and everything. Step back from the stepping back itself simultaneously with everything. Then there is no need to step back from the body, mind, and everything. All the existence and all the formed up things will be stepped back from the body, mind by itself. Otherwise, to step back from body, mind, and everything, there is going to be a rejection to samsara, which is a suffering. And there is no essence of the great compassion. It will be difficult to bless samsara. All the belief values in letting go, in refraining, cannot be used for the blessing of the beings, because it is actually, simply say, cutting off from the beings, that which has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go. Letting go of the letting go itself with everything. There is no need to let go of anything. And proceed simultaneously as such. Then it's okay. That which has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go. This is the great compassion. That which has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go, disengage or not disengage, so that there is no rejection to samsara. Instead, it becomes the great compassion. This is not in the way of liberation from anything or enlightened from samsara. This is the enlightenment or nibbana as giving and helping samsara. That which has nothing to do with liberating or not liberating. This will be in the way of sharing through the great compassion evenly for everything. It is not about being empty out of anything, letting go of anything. That which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not. Let's not be deluded to such an idea of being enlightened or not being enlightened. That which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not. Let's purify all belief values. Being enlightened or not is still a belief value. Disengage or not is also a value given to opinions and belief values. Let's proceed with everything in the way of that which has nothing to do with disengaging or not. It's not about anything within involvements or non-involvements with everything. That which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping, taking or not taking. That which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not, liberating or not. This will end the burdens in all wishes and desire to become the 4 entries of enlightenment, because that is the karmic difficulties of wishing to be, to become. That which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not, ending all burdens, ending all about the drifting wishes, the nonsense of wishing, that which has nothing to do with perfection or not, completion or not, all the wishes to complete anything or to be full round with any practices, within being Arahants, within all the flawlessness, and all about ending and wishing. This is the cause of suffering, causing of karma, in the burden of all those, that which has nothing to do with ending or not ending, having nothing to do with completion or not, in the burdens of all opinions and belief values given to opinions, within all the wishes for liberation, for flawlessness, for the completion, full round. These will be dissolved, ending burdens in all wishes, that which has nothing to do with completion or not. This is the deceived and tricked by the belief values within the titi, deceiving oneself on and on, the opinions and meanings. The assumed up terminologies purify themselves, opinions purify themselves. The word liberation or enlightenment is an opinion that is formed up. Without self-purification, it turns into belief values of opinions, circling within all that about liberation or not, being enlightened or not. Let's have self-purification in all the opinions and terminology, so that it will not turning into samsara, that which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not, because this is also titi, opinions and meanings, and it is deceiving itself, emphasizing itself, circling on and on in itself endlessly. Deludedly signify to one's own opinions. It is fixated to itself, therefore is continue as samsara endlessly. The true origin doesn't have such a thing as being enlightened or not, ending or not ending, nibbana or no nibbana. No, nothing as such. All those formed up opinions without self-purification, it will turn into samsara. All the form up things, assume up things, without self-purification, it will turn into circling wisdoms, circling intelligence, which is itself wrong view, because it is being deluded to have self-importance in all those opinions and meanings. Therefore, it's become a wrong view, because it's fixated to the right view. Therefore, it's become wrong view within the right view of that which is fixated to itself. All the fixation to the opinions turning into wrong view. Within the true origins, there is no such thing as being enlightened or not. Nibbana or not Nibbana doesn't mean anything. It is meaningless in itself. That's the true origin. Or the delusion to signify anything is a big thing, because it is being deluded to the great whirlpool of delusion, being deluded to signify and fixated to meanings, being deluded to meanings, being deluded to meanings. To signify, delusively signifying. Let's end the burdens, that which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not, ending the burdens of all the delusion to practice, all the suffering action, making the body and the mind to suffer delusively. This is called Tukha Kriya, action of suffering. Delusively practicing the suffering of actions. Practicing the body and mind is the kind of delusive practice of suffering, that which has nothing to do with the attempt to begin or to end. The true origins is not about anything within the path to the enlightenment. It doesn't exist. The true origin has nothing within the path to the enlightenment. When one used opinions about fixation to the path to the enlightenment, it becomes samsara. Samsara, which is called path to the enlightenment, it is samsara of opinions and meanings. That's why it's become path to the enlightenment. It is samsara within itself. It's regarding to the attempt to begin or to end. It is a delusion. That's why it turns into samsara in practices, in the so-called the path to the enlightenment. There is no such a thing as such as a true origin. Listen well. Within the true origin, there is no such a thing as being enlightened or not, nibbana or not. Neither it's about nibbana or not, being enlightened or not, let alone any way, any path. That which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not, nibbana or non-nibbana. Let's end all these burdens. Not having burdens in opinions and meanings. No burdens of titi, of opinions and meanings. The desire and delusion of opinions creates a path, and then one follows such a delusive attachment to a path. And all path is anicca, dukkha, and anatta. It is ever changes, impermanent in itself, ungraspable, unsustainable, non-self. True origins has nothing to do with a path. It is not a path. It is not classified as anything. True origin is not even true origin itself. It is meaningless in itself. It doesn't signify itself. That which has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go, so that it will end the burdens of our practices. Ending the delusion, trying to letting go of anything. That which has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go will end all the burdens about trying to let go or not letting go of anything. All the delusion to practice. And this turning into helping towards ending the great compassion, helping ending for samsara. Helping through ending, not to lead anyone to practice, to arise or to cease. Helping through ending, ending as giving, not to lead anyone to practice, to arise or to cease, or to wish for anything. Helping through ending. It is not to lead anyone to wish for anything or to practice for anything, to develop anything. It is to help end, help ceasing. And every Buddha era is about helping through ending only. The reminders of helping ending within the reminders themselves. Any sentences ends within themselves. The true origin, which is not even the true origin itself. Everything has been made up by one's own opinions and meanings. Opinions and meanings like this and like that, it is formed up by titi. Opinions and meanings. Fabricating and made up opinions and meanings, forming up, assume up behaviors as a kind of no purification in themselves, in the form up of opinions. That's why they become karmic difficulties circling within opinions and meanings. Let's purify well that which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping. that which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not, having nothing to do with liberating or not, that which has nothing to do with ending or not ending. Ending what? Ending defilement, ending difficulties. That which has nothing to do with ending or not ending, whether it is about karmic difficulties or defilements or not, or no defilements or no karmic difficulties. This will end all the burdens, ending all desires, the attempt to try to get over defilements or karmic difficulties. That kind of attempting is not yet ending in itself. Or the attempt to try to end anything is still there. That which has nothing to do with ending or not ending, over or not over anything. These beings, samsara has full on embedded with being enlightened or not. So much embedded in it. That which has nothing to do with being enlightened or not, liberating or not, extinct, the one who is being enlightened or not, liberating or not, extinct. That which has nothing to do with ending or not ending. This is the true ending. That which has nothing to do with ending or not ending.